In today's class, we'll be looking at trigonometry 2, under which we'll be looking at what? Positive and negative angles, part 2. Okay, so in our first class, we looked at the first part of positive and negative angles. And for this side, we'll be looking at the second part in that case then. Okay, straight up. Find the negative angle that is equivalent to 580 degrees minus 700 degrees, 456 degrees, and also find the positive angle that is equivalent to what? Minus 20 degrees, 500 degrees, and what? Minus 500 what? Degrees. Okay, so let's see the solution to these questions. Okay, so for the first set, we have how to find the negative angles that is equivalent to this first three. So we have 580 degrees. Now, to find an equivalent angle is to get the negative value that will give us the same quadrant with 580 degrees. So how do I get this one? In this case then, since I'm looking for negative angles, 360 is 720 when I add them together. So I can say minus 720 plus what? 580. So minus 720 plus 580 will give me what? It will be equals to what? It will be equals to, this is 0, this is 4, this is 1. So my answer will be what? Minus 140. So it automatically means 580 is equivalent to what? 140 degrees. That case there. So as I taught us in the last class, we can confirm that on our quadrant. Okay. Minus 140, remember this is 360, this is 270, this is 180, this is what? 90 degrees. As 140 will be here, I'm going to have minus 140 on what? First, second, my third quadrant. So automatically 580 will be on my what? Third quadrant. How do I get that? 580 minus 360 gives us what? Gives us 120. So, and this second quadrant, I mean. So 120 is also my what? Second quadrant. So it means 580 is equivalent to what? Minus 140 what? Degrees in terms of the negative value. Okay, so for number 2 question, I have minus 700. Okay, is equivalent to what? And this is already negative. So what I'll just do here is what? Add 360 to it, since it's not up to 720. So minus 700 plus what? 360 in this case. To give me what? To give me minus, it should be minus 240 degrees. So it automatically means that what? Minus 700 is equivalent to what? Minus what? 240 degrees. Okay, so for number 3 question, we have what? We're given 456 degrees. The same idea is equivalent to what? Minus 720 plus what? 456 degrees, which is equivalent to what? This gives me what? 4. This gives me 6. This gives me what? This should be 264 degrees. So that's minus 264 degrees. So automatically I'm going to have minus 456 degrees to be equivalent to what? Minus 264 degrees in that case then. Okay, so for that's for the first part. Now for the second part, what do we have? Number 4. Find a positive angle that is equivalent to what? Minus 20 degrees. Positive angle now. Okay, so we first did for negative angle. So we add this for what? Our negative angle. And we're having this for what? Our positive angle. Okay, so for minus 20 degrees, what do I have? Minus 20 degrees is going to be equal to what? 360 as 360 plus minus 20 degrees in that case then, which is equivalent to what? 340 degrees. So it means that minus 20 degrees is equivalent to what? 340 degrees. Okay, so just let's see the way that actually is really so. For 340 is on what? Fourth quadrant. Okay, for my 20 normally is on my what? First quadrant. But calculating it with a negative, I'm going to have first, second, third, and what? Fourth. Okay, so it means it's actually correct. For number 5, we have what? 500 degrees. I'm looking for the positive angle that it is equivalent to. In this case, I can just say 500 minus what? 360 degrees, which is equivalent to what? 140 degrees. Or I could have said it's also equivalent to what? 720 minus 500, which gives me what? 200 and what? Or 180 degrees, because this is 0, this is okay. That's actually 220 if I subtract. So that's 220 degrees. So conclusion, 500 degrees is equivalent to what? 140 degrees is also equivalent to what? 220 degrees. And finally, I have number 6 question to be what? Minus 500 degrees in this case. So, which I've already done. So that's 720 degrees plus what? Minus 500 degrees, which is equivalent to what? 220 degrees. So it means minus 500 degrees is equivalent to what? 220 degrees, as is what? Positive angle.